to feel very relieved about a situation that's coming to a conclusion, and it is to do with some connection you have with somebody, a relationship. I see a relationship continuing. This could be a work relationship, some personal relationship, but there is something that you are coming to, um, on the same level, on the same page, and it kind of gives you like a leg up also in some way. But I see you very, very satisfied, very happy actually, Aries. Um, there are multiple things that are going your way. It's like a lucky week for you. I like what's happening. You feel confident, you feel secure, like you're brimming here with with a lot of delight over certain things that you thought you would have to kind of go the long way round, or have to, you know, something that you thought would take time is coming around a lot sooner. Oh, that looks really good. I like that. Some of you, this could be a specific message. I see you at the bank, maybe a bank appointment or something like that. It could be like, that week where you just have a number of those kind of errands that you have to run. I know that's kind of random, but that's what I see here. Someone around you is fishing for stuff. They are quite nosy, they're trying to dig in, they're trying to find out a lot more about you, but I see you are kind of rejecting that, and you're telling them that it's none of their business, basically. You may find yourself being a little harsher than usual, but it's like you're just needing to put your foot down once and for all. You're attracting like-minded people, but at the same time you're attracting certain energies that kind of want to, like vampire energies, and not you of course you're not doing it on purpose, but it's because of your light, of your compassion, and just the kind of person you are. Sometimes people are drawn to you. Those kind of people are drawn to you, and that's why I do see you trying to draw a clear line here. But there is something that also you are trying to juggle. You're trying to balance a number of things going on, and there's a situation where you're left to having to decide something for yourself. You're having to just like judge something, and you're needing to be very, very clear and sure of yourself. You may be taking a step back just because you're finding that there's a lot, all these things that you're juggling, and it's like a certain weight on your shoulders that you don't want and you don't need. And so, trusting your gut is important, because I do see your intuition is becoming quite sharp. So do allow your intuition to also help you out when it comes to deciding some, big factors that are coming through. I see something of victory and justice in your corner. You do have victory, you do have justice, and I do see somebody helping you out as well. I do see some cases you felt like, okay, there was only so much that can be squeezed out of you, and enough is enough. That's what I see here. Enough is enough. And so you are ready to completely cut a number of things out of your life, and you feel good about that. Very, very beneficial for you as well. I do see some strong communication coming in, perhaps something to do with a trip or some time away. When you're setting things up all in the right place, so when you do come back, when things are back to normal, it's not crazy. Somebody has been thinking about you at a distance, like they could be they could be at a distance from you emotionally or physically, but I do see you and them could be thinking about each other at the same time. So, you could hear from them, or you could be reaching out to them as well. This could be specific, but I see many of you putting a lot of your thoughts down on paper, and that will really help you out with what it is or how you want to plan things. And I also see your confidence has been building. It looks good. Money also, it's I do see there was a bit of an intense time not too long ago, but starting to smooth itself out. The Chariot, nice. The Eight of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Okay, yeah. The Chariot, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Swords. And many things with the path that you're taking right now, it is beating to the sound of your own drum here. But again, I see it in a balanced way, in a very reasonable way. You are headed in a direction that does feel good to your soul. And if it doesn't feel good to your soul, then, you stop and question what it is that you want. You're very, very connected and grounded spiritually in that way. And so you can sense when something feels a bit off, and you do need some time out. That's what I see when that does happen. But I do see you have great strength, victory. You're headed and you're charging towards a goal of yours, and I do see it can be very ambitious, but it is one that you can attain. But you're ready also to do something different. You could be doing something on your own, but I see that you have that confidence in knowing that you could do this. It could be a clean slate I'm seeing as well. A clean slate, ready to begin afresh, ready to go towards something where you're wanting to make life simpler in that way. With the Two of Swords, there's a fresh perspective, there's a new perspective here, but there's something also that I do see is at a distance, and you're trying to see how you can get all that matters to you in one place. I also do see things becoming more peaceful for you. Three of Pentacles and a Three of Swords. Okay. Three of Pentacles and a Three of Swords. Aries, perhaps some people that you've worked with disappointed you in some ways. Didn't give you the credit that you deserve. That's one scenario that I am seeing here for some of you. Or you were expected to do all the work, and that just was not going to happen anymore. You thought somebody was one way, and you got to see the other side of them, or the true side. But you also, I do see something that you thought was pleasurable, you're realizing that it actually isn't anymore. And that's why we see you changing perspective. There's a shift here. It's a different angle of how you're seeing things. Something that felt a little disturbing to you. You're no longer in that situation, moving away from that, having to heal, learning how to heal in the best way as well. And choosing the right people to be around you, and who you trust, who you can work with, who you can rely on, and have that continuation as well. Because there is something that's telling me to trust your gut, and if something doesn't feel right, then trust yourself in moving away from that, moving forward. No longer having to think that things are going the right way, and then you get hurt in some way. There is a lot of truth that is coming forward. There is what I see, a big reveal. That's not always going to be the most pleasant, but it's needed so you can live in truth and in a, oh, there you go, Ace of Wands, in a better environment. Look at that. Look at that. Very needed. Very needed. Sometimes it's, it's like, did it have to be that way or whatnot? But you come to the other side a lot better, a lot brighter. Again, I see your confidence definitely rising because now you know. Now you know what you're dealing with. Now you know what you had to, play with, in that sense. But victory, as I said, there's victory, there's a new beginning, a fresh start here, clean slate, and it's bang on here with the Ace of Wands. There's also something that you get to be in charge and use your passions in your life, or you could be living your passions. There's something very creative, something that's now, it's like, yes, you have it in your hands. It is secured. And you could be, you could be really proud of yourself now because of how you've taken matters into your own hands and how you have, not stooped to anybody's level. There's a lot of things about you that is very admirable, and it is showing through. Universe, I see blessing you with special rewards here for you, Aries. I love this, and I do want to say, do not worry, because this is looking